Thank you for joining us for the first episode of Gnome Saiyan Presents. We will be live with Goofy MTF. Goofy MTF. Goofy MTF.
Hell, you can say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough. It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time. Shake it, babe! Woo! Does that feel good? Yeah, it rhymes. They're both verbs. Awesome.
All right, guys. We are going to be live here. I got to get this background off. I think we're going to have Goofy here in a second. There's Goofy.
Let's go, baby.
I got to get the background off of there.
Yeah, no worries, man.
How'd you like that intro?
Dude, that was dope. Nah, I'm not even gonna lie. That was dope. You gave me a nice laugh. That was a good one, my
That's
friend.
awesome. There we go. There we go.
Let's go, baby.
So, welcome to the podcast, Goofy.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I
no
feel
problem.
very, very honored to be your first guest.
Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad you're here, dude. So, how's your day going, brother?
Not too bad. I honestly just woke up probably a good, I'd say probably about 20, 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Got off work and then took a nice little nap because I knew I was going to be here, going to be on this podcast. And, yeah, I knew I had to wake up and get ready. Come hang out with the lovely Gnome Saiyan, man.
That's right, brother. That's right. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude. Welcome to the podcast, the first ever podcast for Gnome Saiyan Presents. I want to get some shout outs here. Actually, shoot. I don't have a shout out screen up there. All right, yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to some people just to start out with that supported me through the Kickstarter. This is the shout out for the people that helped out and contributed a lot. We got some people in the credits at the end too, so I've got a nice little credit song, so you guys be sure to stick around to the end for that. But my mom, Mama Saiyan, my dad, Papa Saiyan, thank you so much. My sister Sadie, my Aunt Sue, Kelly, Carrot Max, Z, Grim Z Games TTV, thank you so much. Estelle Elise, Emma, J Doggerson, and Goofy MTF. You guys all getting your shout outs for backing the Kickstarter. Really appreciate you guys for coming in and showing some support and love for the gnome for this project that we're doing, dude.
Appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, no thanks problem. Everybody else too, man.
Absolutely.
We all came together. The gnomies.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, man.
So, Goofy, man, let's talk about you. We're here for Goofy MTF his debut as a podcast guest. So, like, we're gonna start about your Twitch streaming, I guess, man. So,
okay.
So what got you started with Twitch streaming?
Honestly, what got me really into Twitch streaming is I would have to say a buddy of mine, Jake. He started streaming, and he said that I had the personality and the kind of funny, goofy man that I am. And he's the one that pretty much said, you play video games all the time, and why not just stream it and see what happens? So that's what I did. I started about 3 years ago. I actually started on my Xbox. I didn't start. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have any of that stuff. Streamed it. What was Microsoft's? What do you call it? Microsoft's. They had their streaming platform. The Mixer.
Mixer. Yeah.
Yep. I started off on that. It was actually pretty cool how they had everything set up. Like, I played a lot of Call of Duty.
Okay.
So what happened is if you were you're at the end of the game and you're about to win, they had a hype zone. So they switched to different people that were streaming. And they would actually have a hype zone, and there was 35,000 people watching or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. So I actually made it on there twice. I made it on there a couple times, and I got a decent amount of followers. Nice. So, and then after that, I was like, it's taken a lot because I was streaming off of that probably a good 6-7 months or a little bit longer. And I was like, it's taken me a long time to actually get affiliated. So I sat there and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to have to get off of that and go on to Twitch. because Twitch was actually a bigger platform. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to get kind of noticed on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But I sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go on Twitch. I like the different platform that they had on there. And then it was a little bit easier for me because I got a nice new computer. So, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go on Twitch and see what happens. You know, it was a little struggle in the beginning, you know, having an average of like 2 people because you have to have an average of 3 to get affiliated.
Right.
But I finally got it, and I've been streaming pretty much ever since. Anytime that I get on, I stream.
How long were you on Mixer for?
About 6-7 months.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't too bad.
And it was just because Twitch was the bigger platform is why you kind of switched over to that?
Yes. And it was actually really, really, really hard to get yourself affiliated. You needed like 1,000 likes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 1,000 likes, and then you had to stream, I forget how much. It was probably like 30 hours or a little bit longer, you know, a week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of what I'm almost averaging now. But
right.
I come home, I work midnight shift. I come home, and I'm just like, I don't have nothing else to do. Everybody else is at work, so I just stream.
Absolutely. I catch you all the time on there.
Yeah, yep.
Did, like, Mixer's not there anymore, right?
No, Mixer's gone. They spent a lot of money. They tried to get big name people. Like they had Shroud.
Yeah.
They had Ninja. You know, I think it was like $100 million contract.
Right.
They had those guys come over to Mixer, and I mean, you know, they spent the money, but they just didn't have the backing for it. You know, it was just. I know it's Microsoft and they have buku bucks, you know, one of the big people. But
was that app built into the Xbox then at the
time? Nope. I had to actually, it's kind of funny. This camera that I have right now.
Yeah.
I could actually hook that up USB to my Xbox.
Oh, okay.
And then all I had to do was open up an app, and that was literally how I streamed off of that. Okay. So the quality wasn't too par.
Right.
But, you know, because it was in and out, because I was running everything off the Xbox.
Got you.
So now I spent like $1,500 on a computer. But, yeah, you know, it's a little bit better now.
Right. It doesn't go obsolete as fast.
No. I mean, I got this about 2 years ago. Some of it's really not obsolete, but, you know, it's a little outdated.
Got you. Oh, man. So, do you see yourself like continuing to stream? Is that something you're going to try to keep doing and like growing a big community and have a big following and eventually be doing that? Or is it just going to continue to be a hobby? And if it takes off, it takes off?
Kind of a mixture of both. As it sits right now, I'm trying to get a little bit into YouTube, and I know that helps out with the platform and getting a little bit bigger.
Right.
You know, you have the Gnome Saiyan, you got your Gnomies, you know, I got my Goof Troop.
Absolutely.
You know, I have some friends that come and watch me, you know, once in a great while, you know, when they can. You know, majority of them, you know, at the time that I'm streaming, they're at work, so they really can't either be on their phone watching it or something like that. I would say majority of like my big streams is when I'm in the afternoon. So like I got all my friends, like you guys, the Gnomies and all that other stuff. They're on and they're ready to like watch, you know what I mean? So that's when I normally get my 10 plus viewers or what have you. So it's like a mixture of both. But yeah, I would love to, you know, I think I'm a decent content creator. Like I'm not the kind of guy to like make myself have like a big head or anything.
Right.
I think I'm a decent, you know, content creator, make people laugh. That's what I'm here to do. You know, I might suck at a video game and get called out for sucking at the video game. Right. You'll laugh when I'm doing it.
Absolutely. And that's what's awesome. You know, that's what I really enjoy about going to your streams is not just, you know, going in and hanging out with you and stuff like that. But when we get in there or just even going in there, like people pop into your chat, you're always having a good time. You're always about having some fun, you know, and you know, you're hardly ever toxic about anything at all, which is awesome. And your interactivity with chat is great. So I think, you know, a lot of things you have going for you there when you're doing the stream is great to go there and watch and hang out and have fun when you're there. So that's cool.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. Like I try to see the positive in life. You know what I mean? There's too much negativity that's out there. You need to look at the positivity.
For sure.
Take the slightest thing and just go with it. You know, you're having a bad day, just think about the 10% that's good and run with it.
Absolutely. And hopefully there's 10% that's good. If you only got 1% that's good, though, you have to take what you can get and look at that. And
Yes.
Have everything and go for that, dude. Are you looking to get a streaming schedule soon, or is that something you want to do, or is it just going to be like when you can?
Yes, I would like to get a streaming schedule. I was thinking about Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Tuesdays I have disc golf.
Yeah.
So that starts at 6, and with me being on a night shift, I really can't do it in the morning at the time that I want to, because then I would not sleep.
Right.
So there would be no way I'd be done streaming at probably 1, 2 o'clock, and then I have to wake back up at 6 o'clock to go disc golf. There would be no way. There would be no way.
Right now, you're mainly in the daytime, though, right? You're like, say, 8 or 9 or 10 Eastern time is when you've been hitting on there during the week.
Yep. That'd be normal time, and then I sometimes stream to about 2 to 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on there a little bit of time. I was also thinking about switching up my schedule, just because I got softball on Fridays now.
The busy guy over here.
Hey, man, working 55 plus hours a week and still able to do all these different things.
I know. You're keeping it up, man. It's awesome.
Hey, do it while I'm young, man. Hey, everybody out there too, do it while you're young, man.
That's right.
My body's feeling it some days.
I'm sure, man. You got what? Disc golf? You've got you just
disc
said
golf, softball.
Softball.
I help take care of my father, stream,
right? And work.
Going to the gym, working out, trying to hit my goal of my weight. So,
how you doing on that?
I'm down another. I think it's another 5 or 6 pounds.
Okay.
So I'm down to like 278 right now, or something like that.
Ew, so, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, from starting last year at 350 pounds,
right.
I mean, I can't really complain.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned to me before that you were looking at getting a YouTube maybe set up about your weight loss system, or you're doing something like that. Is that still something you have in the works?
Yes. That lovely software that you sent me, I bought it, and I'm still trying to figure that one out. So okay. I'm trying to make it, because I don't want to present like a video or do something like that and it come out like kind of raggedy. Like, I already know it's not going to be prime. It's not going to be pristine. Right. I already know that, but I don't want it to be something that's like, a kid could do better on his phone or tablet. I want it to be a little bit presentable. So it's taken a little bit of time. But yeah, I'm going to be starting that up here very shortly.
Nice. Is that something we're looking to see this summer, maybe?
Oh, 1,000%. I would say maybe in the next month.
Okay, cool.
So I have a lot of different videos that I've already saved. I already have what do you call it? I have some disc golf saved. I have some Rocket League saved. You're gonna be presented in that. You got some nice shots in it.
Hey, man, I appreciate
you. And I got some of the things that have helped me out with this weight loss. So I got those things going, and what I'm thinking about doing is having a motivated Mondays. So okay. That's normally what's going to be for my my weight loss, or to help other people, like outside looking in. Like, I'm not a professional. I've been fat my whole life. I could show you pictures of me as being a little baby and being chunky monkey all the way through high school and everything, man. I've been big my whole life. I haven't been underneath 200 pounds since middle school. Okay. So I've been a big boy. Right. So things that help me hopefully can help others, and that's all I'm here to do. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the fame. It is what it is. Right. I don't want none of that. I mean, I would like it, but I'm not looking to do that.
Right.
But that's what pretty much Mondays would be. It'd be motivated Mondays. And then Fling It Fridays. That would be mixed between disc golf and Rocket League, because those are like two of the things I really like to do, and those are the things I do most often. Okay. So it would be like shots of the week or tips or whatever I can for disc golf, and then Rocket League, it would definitely just be the shots of the week, and they can post it in my Discord or what have you. Right. And people can send me their videos or whatever I capture, because I've said it multiple times, you're probably one of the best Rocket League guys that I play with.
Okay.
No offense to anybody else, but he's number one on everything on my leaderboard.
That's just because I have a lot of hours. That's it.
No, dude, you're good. You're good. I know you're trying to be humble, but you're good.
Right.
But like different clips, like with you, other people that stream out there, Bipolar, Assassin doesn't really stream, but he's a good buddy of mine. So people like that I play with, and the little clips that I do have with all of us, those are the things that I'm going to be posting, and that'll be once a week. I'm not gonna like try to do too many videos or force it down people's faces, and not too less where you lose interest.
Right.
So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to do like 2 videos a week. So
Okay.
I'd have it on Mondays would be my would be for weight loss and all that other stuff, and then Fridays would be all the other fun activities, and maybe even softball that's starting up in the next couple of weeks. Church volley.
Yeah. There you go. Are you planning on doing any live content for any of that, or is that all going to be pre-recorded video that you're pulling up there?
For what, YouTube?
For either your projects, the Mondays or the Fridays.
I don't know if I would do it live. I mean, I might do it on Twitch live.
Okay.
But I wouldn't do it on YouTube live. I would that would just be pre-recorded stuff. Like the week before, or maybe I have something in archives that I've found that I think is awesome. I might put it on that.
Got you. And something you might get a couple weeks ahead of time and have, get a few good days of video editing and be ready to just pop stuff out and
correct
content every Friday and every Monday.
Yeah, I don't want to make them too long where people like I said lose interest, because one of the big reasons why TikTok is so big is because they're 30 seconds to a minute and a half of either funny videos or something. It's that's why it's so big. So I mean, it'd probably be like a 5-minute video or something like that. I think my first one for the Motivated Mondays for the my way of doing the keto diet, that one would probably be like the big one. That one would probably be like an actual like show of everything. What I intake, and how I started my diet. But then after that, it would be a short little video of like what I eat that week and how I'm doing, and hopefully it helps motivate people and stuff like that.
Okay. And it's the keto diet that you're running for the Mondays. Is that the primary thing that's getting your weight loss thing down, is the keto?
I would say yes. I know a lot of people are like 50-50 with the keto diet, because they say a lot of it like it actually hurts the person, or makes different things like your liver or kidneys or something like that, and it affects that. So I normally, what I do is I do it for like a month on, and then take like a week or 2 off and eat regular stuff. Like I don't go hardcore on it, but I go back to, I can eat a bag of chips and not cry about it. I could do a couple different things where I'm not putting my body through that big strain. But I would say that's the majority of it. Like when I did it in October, I lost 14 or 15 pounds. I can't remember. But that was legitimately, I didn't exercise anymore. I didn't change anything else except for my diet, and I lost 15 pounds in a month.
Right. And that's pretty much your body just eating the fat away, right? Is what's happening off of keto, because your body goes into ketostasis, and you're no longer processing, your body switches over to a starvation, actually, kind of, right? In a way, that's what your body thinks, is that you're starving. So it starts to eat the fat. You're still providing nourishment, right? But
yes.
There's certain nourishments that are declined in order for your body to go into that ketostasis.
Correct. So, from my understanding for ketosis, or for the keto diet, so what you're doing is you're replacing your carbs and the sugars that you normally take.
And carbs are those things like bread and stuff like that?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Carbohydrates. Those are the breads and different things like that. So you're eliminating that, or you're not really eliminating it. You're giving yourself way less. Like if you actually sit down and think about it, a bag of Doritos, just a regular bag of Doritos, is like 58 carbs.
Okay.
That is the amount that you're allowed to take per day on keto.
Okay.
It's anywhere from 20 to 50.
Is that a little bag, like your little, or like the big giant full family size bag?
Just a regular bag you get at the store, like a regular munchie bag.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a regular bag, like not the little 50-cent ones, like the regular bag.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Not the family, but the in between, like the regular good size.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
So just one of those bags will kick you out of ketosis. That's, to me, it's mind-boggling.
Right.
You know, just a bag of chips. You're thinking to yourself, "Oh, it's a bag of chips. You know, it's like 500 calories. There's nothing wrong with that." No,
Right.
man. Like that. When you're doing keto, you have to eliminate the carbs because that's what your body is fueling on, and then
Right.
sugar also.
Yeah.
So, like, what you're doing is you're replacing it with just fat from meats. So your body is running off of that fat. Then it's gonna run off the fat that you're eating, and it's gonna take away the fat that you actually have on your body.
Okay. So you're supplying extra fat also too. So it's a high fat type of diet sort of thing.
Correct. And that's what a lot of people don't like about the keto diet is that you're pretty much bringing like your cholesterol and everything else up, and you're bringing all the fatties and the other crap that's inside.
Yeah.
And that's what gives people heart attacks, and it throws everything off.
Right.
But yeah, man, I mean, that's what you're really doing. I would say the hardest part for me would definitely be the sugars and the sweets, because like I said, I'm a big boy and I like my sweets.
Yeah, it's like discipline, dude. I know. You go,
it's hard.
You almost have to like have them out of the house, because if you see them, it's like, oh well, that was one, or something.
Correct. The other thing too is potatoes. I'm a big steak and potatoes kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I like my beer. And you can't have any of that.
Oh, you can't have the steak though, right?
I can have the steak, yes.
Yeah.
I can have the steak, correct.
Yeah.
But you can't have the baked potato loaded with all the good stuff, and you can't have that nice ice cold beer. The good thing is you can have whiskey or bourbon.
Okay.
So, I treat myself like maybe like once a week or once, every other week or something like that for a nice little glass of bourbon, just chill,
Okay.
And try to make up the little time that you can't have with that nice ice cold beer. So
you pretend, right?
Yes. I'm a very big beer connoisseur. I love beer.
We got Pac-Man is back with a question. He says, with diets, I'm curious now what Goofy's favorite food is. So I think it's like, what's your diet food? You're like, what's your go-to, man?
What's my go-to for my diet on keto? Okay. Good question. I would have to say my snacks. I have a nice little roll-up of meat and cheese, like salami and cheese. Okay. And the cool thing is that they have a lot of keto-friendly like bread and stuff that's only 4 carbs. So I load that up. I would have to say my go-to like favorite for that would be probably a good quarter pound of salami, quarter pound of roast beef, a pound of damn cheese, and probably about a half a pound of bacon rolled up in a little I can't even think of roll up or I can't even think of what the hell that's called.
Is it like a sandwich?
Tortilla.
Like a pita thing
tortilla,
or something?
Yeah, pita roll. Okay. And then I would have like a nice little handful of almonds. So that's what's replacing my chips.
Okay. And that's part of it too, though, right? Can't you eat like as much of that stuff that you want, really? Like your body's going to process it, and it's not going to go to fat. It's not going to go to fat on your body. It's just going to get used up.
Correct. Yes. That to me, that's one of the favorite things about keto. Everybody's like, oh, count your calories. I do not have to do that.
Right.
I don't have to do that at all. I can legitimately, when I'm hungry, I will go eat. I don't have to, I don't have to sit there and think like, oh no, should I do a small snack? Should I just drink water and like a chip or something, to hold myself over for the next half hour or so.
Yeah.
Salted, hands down, Pac-Man.
Oh yeah,
salted.
We'll do these when they come up on there, brother. We'll pull them up on to get people asking on there. But yeah, salted hands down.
Salted hands down.
For sure. Oh, I get a little stretch here, man. So how long have you been on the keto diet?
I would say since October of last year. So I've been on and off of it. I know after the October, I probably got off of keto for, I'd say a good month. I went back to, and that first month, that first week after I got off keto, I gained 6 pounds.
Okay. Was that like the holiday time? Were you getting into like Thanksgiving or Christmas and stuff and getting all the good foods on the table?
Oh, 1,000%. Like when
it would be a hard time to be on keto.
Dude, I'll tell you this. I went down to my mom's house and that was the hardest time.
Yeah.
Hardest time.
Were you on keto? Were you there?
No,
Or you just trying to cut
I
back?
gave it up. I gave it up. I was like, Mama's cooking. I can't. You can't mess with Mama's cooking. You cannot mess with Mama's cooking.
Okay, for sure. You just had to like use less. You're like, oh, this is so good, and I'm just gonna have a little bit of it. And hi, Aunt Donna. My aunt's in there.
Hi, Aunt Donna. How's it going? But so, yeah, I couldn't. Yeah. The holiday times, that's when it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go to the other people's houses. They try to accommodate you for it, but at the same time, you're looking at the mashed potatoes. You're looking at the good food. You know, green bean casserole or whatever it may be.
Yeah,
you know, I'll make myself hungry thinking about it. But
yeah, you're doing it now. You're like,
yeah, the fat boy is like, man, I'm about to go. I'm about to go make him some steak and potatoes later.
There you go.
But yeah, no, man, it's very hard when you go over to other people's houses because like you actually look at what you can and can't eat, and then you're like, you don't want to feel like a fat person because you got to take a pound of meat and sit down and eat the pound of meat, and then you don't want to take extra because then other people. So then you just take your normal stuff and just say, hey, today I'm out of ketosis, and it actually takes about 4 or 5 days to get back into ketosis.
Yeah, and that's part of it. Like if you mess up a little bit, you're done, and you got to go through the whole process again, right?
Yes, I mean, it's really not a process. Like I know some people sit there and say like they get like the Keto Flu or something like that. I've been on and off keto for a long time, and when I went on keto, I was on it hardcore. Like I was in like it's anywhere from 20 to 50 carbs. I was giving myself 30 per day.
Okay.
So I was trying to hit myself in a mean, and I never got a flu. I never got upset stomach. Can't talk right now. I never got any of that stuff that some people say that they get.
Okay.
So
I mean, when you're doing that, do you feel fatigued or anything like that, or any like tired? Do you feel like you're malnourished at all or anything while your body's like starving for regular food, or is it just something that your mind is telling you that you should have it?
Honestly, I would say this. I feel more energetic, but I would say like say times like where I come, say Tuesday. I get up around 5:30 or whatever, get ready to go to disc golf. I go disc golfing, which is about, I would say about like 6 miles of walking. And you're carrying a pack, which is like 50, 60 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, and you get fresh air, you're out, you got the sunlight coming in and all that. So
correct.
Yeah.
So then I would say after disc golf, I'm feeling fine. Like I feel energetic, I feel good. But then once I go to work right after disc golf, you know, I would say probably a quarter way through, if I didn't have the food while I was disc golfing, if I did something heavy before I did something regular, then yes, I would say I was like, I felt like a little tired or something other like that. But if I had my snacks, if I had my jerky or what have you while I'm out there disc golfing, I feel fine. I feel like a brand new man. I feel like I was early 20s again, you know what I mean? Like I'm not that much older, but you know, early 20s, you know, when I was doing construction and working 80 hours a week and going out and partying every night and come out and only have 2 hours of sleep and still be able to go work a 13-hour day.
Right. And now my man's over here using that energy for disc golf and for softball. And that's awesome. Do you find like, were you disc golfing before keto and all that?
Yes. Okay. I've been disc golfing for 3 years now.
Okay.
Yep. I got started. A nice shout out to my bald-headed friend, Carol Baskin. No, his name's Carl. I call him Carol Baskin. It's a mixture.
Carl, I hope you're watching, brother.
I hope so too, man. He's actually the one that got me into disc golf. From watching him play, because he's just underneath the pros. So the pros are like 1,000 rated or like 950 rated and higher. Yeah. He's probably at like a 930 rated or something like that, 940. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, he's pretty damn good at the game. And when we went to Firefighters out there in Rochester.
I've played there a lot, yeah.
Yeah. We went there in my first time playing disc golf. He came up to a hole that was probably like 350 feet, and the way he threw the disc, it was crazy. He threw it, the disc was going left, and then it went right, and then it came back left, and he parked it right underneath the basket, and it was like a thing of beauty. And after that, I was like, wow, that was amazing. I want to do that.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think it was about 2 weeks later, me and him, we went to a disc golf competition together, playing doubles, and we took third place.
Wow.
Yes.
That was like 2 weeks after you just learned about disc golf.
Correct. The only thing I was good at was putting. So he was the one driving, and I was the one making master putts.
Yep. I was like that back in the day too. I got into a Pro-Am tournament back in the late 90s. And I've been playing that long. I'm an old goat. And, and the guy I went with was a pro too. But the thing that was cool about it is all he wanted me to do was try to throw it close, which I was good at. I could get it close, and he just tried to ace it every single shot. So all he did was try to put it in the net, and we won that tournament. And I took home some discs and a little bit of money, so that was a lot of fun too. You just had another tourney win though, didn't you?
Yes, I had my first win was in January of this year.
Okay.
So that was my first sanctioned win. I believe it was against 12 people in my division, amateur. Hi, how you doing? It was against
all amateurs here.
Yeah. It was against 12 people, and one of them actually won 2 tournaments. So winning against him felt nice.
Yeah, definitely.
I got what was it? I got within. I had like 3 strokes on him in the last like 3 holes. So I was playing chess while he was playing checkers, and I waited till the last hole. And I let him mess up on the last hole, and I won it by 2 strokes or 1 stroke. I can't remember.
Got you.
Yep. And then
awesome.
my latest win. This one was not in sanctioned. But this one made me very happy. It was against, I believe it was 75 people, and I took first place. So it was a big win on that one.
Wow, yeah, dude. Do you think that the diet that you're doing is having any effect on your disc golf, or is that something that coincided? Like, did you start going on a diet because you're involved in disc golf, or did anything happen like that? Do you feel that that's affecting those 2 areas of your life at all?
I would say it's really not affecting disc golf at all. And I wouldn't say it's actually helping out. I would say I have a little bit more energy, but it's not helping my game out in disc golf at all. And the reason why I started a diet is because I was 350 pounds, my man. That's a little bit too big in my opinion.
Yeah.
I wanted to get back down, and I just wasn't really happy.
Okay.
Like you really couldn't you can ask everybody. I was a happy-go-lucky guy. I still am.
Right.
But inside, I'm literally like, I get out of the shower and I'm just like, wow, Jabba the Hutt's getting out of there. He's like, oh, it's Ego Mono Sawaki. Those different things like that. And I'm just like,
right. Who is this man?
Yeah, I'm just like, I can't do it, man. I couldn't do it any longer. And I was like, you know what, I need to set myself straight. I've lost my drive, I've lost my stuff, and all I'm doing is just eating and drinking beer.
Got you. We got a Pac-Man is disc golf just like playing with frisbees? It's not. I got something up here I'm going to show you, Pac-Man. This is what the disc golf discs are.
Actually,
this is probably like a good picture. He's probably got one here. Yeah, we'll get Goofy up here to show you. It's different than a normal disc golf, and you don't want to get hit by one of these. The putters for disc golf, they have drivers, they have short range, mid range, they have a whole variety of discs for those. So you can see some of those. We'll get back to Goofy here.
Yeah. Nope. Kicking me out. No, give me the whole screen, baby. So these are some of them, hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. So, here's some of them. This is a war pig, and this is considered like a mid-range to a approach. So that's what else do I got here? This is actually my first disc golf disc I ever bought. This is a Maniac. This is just a pea putter. I think it's by Discmania. Yep, Discmania. So that's my first disc I ever bought. So That was my putter that got us third place. Didn't get us first. It got us third.
Hold up those discs again where you can see the edges, like the putter, the mid-range, and a driver.
Okay.
So that's a putter.
Yep, that's putter mid-range, and then this is also another putter. And you give me 1 second, I will go grab you a driver, and I'll show you the difference.
Yep. So that's the difference in the discs. The drivers are going to be flat like a plate. The putters in mid-range are going to be a lot more like a regular disc on there. We'll wait for Goofy to get back as far as how much you can win at disc golf tournaments. We got a question from GMS Burzan. As soon as he gets back, we'll get on that. Also, this is a great moment, guys, for anybody out there who would want to advertise with Gnome Saiyan Presents for a little commercial break. Maybe you want to advertise some delicious tea that I drink frequently. Or maybe you would like to advertise some delicious tea accessories that I use to make the tea. Or perhaps hardware for my computer. This is a great spot for a commercial break. All right, we're back. Let's take a look.
All righty. So then we got here. This will be considered a fairway driver.
Yep. So that's like your guy you're looking to get 300 or so for, or better out of, right?
Yeah. That
Hopefully.
one. This actually, I'm sorry. This is not a fairway. This is a distance driver. So yes, this is the one that you want, the 300. And if you're a pro, you can get 600-700 feet.
Yeah. I've seen some of those guys, and it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. What pros can do with this disc that's supposed to go about 300 to 500 feet, they can do with a putter. So they can throw this, right?
Yeah.
This lovely thing about 300 feet, and I can barely throw this one, the distance driver, 300 feet. That's the difference between an amateur and a pro.
Yep.
And then this one is the same thing, and this one's a fairway driver.
Yep.
And then this one,
so it's a little more curved on that one. It's not as
correct.
So that's how they work for the disc golf discs there, Pac-Man. JMS Burzan asks, how much can you win at disc golf tournaments?
So depending on what classification that you're on. So for me, I'm amateur 4, but I just moved up since after my wins and doing a little bit better. I've moved up to amateur 3. So, excuse me, anything in the amateurs, you cannot win any money on a sanctioned league.
Okay.
So if it's non-sanctioned, like when I won that one last month, it was a non-sanctioned league. I walked away with $250.
Woo! How much was the buy-in?
$30.
Okay, so $220 profit and a fun day of golf.
Correct, and they gave us a couple discs because normally when you buy into a disc golf competition, pretty much your money is going towards whatever package they have. Unless it's a fundraiser, you got to look at the different things. It's on discgolfscene.com. Okay. So you can look at anywhere that you want, and that's where you look at for the the competitions.
Okay.
So that's where the competitions are normally at. You can see pro tier like this year I'm going back to Michigan's disc golf open. Great Lakes Disc Golf Open.
Yeah,
I got back into that.
That's sweet.
Yep.
Where's that one at?
That is Toboggan. Give me 1 second.
Is that the Toboggan run at Kensington?
Kensington, yes, Kensington. There you go.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. So the Toboggan one, that's where the pros are going to be playing at. And the pros can make a lot of money.
Pros when I was playing back in the day, they were making, probably like 40 to 60,000 a year. So basically what they were making is enough to cover their food, travel expenses, gas, meal ticket, and just to travel around to do tournaments. They had to make a life of going to this, and they weren't making a whole lot to go by. So I'm sure it's different now because this was 25 years ago.
Correct. Now, like the lower end pros, yes, they make about the same, I would say.
Yeah.
But the higher end pros right now, like Paul Macbeth, he is a 5-time world champion, and he just signed with Discraft for I think 5 years for $10 million.
Ooh,
correct, and that's not including how much money he's making.
Deal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just an endorsement deal from Discraft. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not talking about his sponsors. Like he has his own bags and his own disc through Discraft. He makes money, a profit off of that.
Yeah. So just on top of that, that's crazy. That's a lot.
Then
of
on
money
top of it,
that is.
there's a bunch of money into it now.
Yeah,
And the cool
yeah.
thing is that the pros are actually they're actually pretty decent and humble people. Like, yeah, they're not going to give all their money away, but
Right.
like Paul McBeth, he made a couple different disc golf courses. Like, he's putting his money back into it.
Oh, okay.
You know, him, Ricky Wysocki, he's done the same thing. He actually just signed back with Innova.
Mhm.
And I think his was right around the same as Paul McBeth. Not as much, but I think he did like 5 years, like $3 million or $4 million.
Okay.
And the first thing he did is he gave pretty much, I think it was like 500,000 back to a charity to help schools start disc golf. You know what I mean? So like he's putting money in, and on top of it, he's doing like on top of the 500,000, he's giving baskets and discs to people and stuff like that.
That's really cool. You know, that's growing a sport that's, you know, been gaining momentum and popularity over the years, but
Correct.
it's still not like a really positive, you know, like out there a ton.
Correct.
It's kind of like something you'd see on ESPN 8, the Ocho, you know, disc golf with Goofy.
Yeah. Hey, I could wish one day I could be on the highlights.
Right. Oh, you'll be there someday, I'm sure.
I mean, they've had it on Top 10 Sports Center. They've had a couple aces and a couple different things like that. You know
I'm sure they do now. Yeah, for sure. If you know that guy's getting a $5 million endorsement deal, there's you know got to be some mainstream stuff. I just don't watch mainstream stuff anymore.
Correct. Yeah. They what do you call it? They tried to get ESPN was trying to get like the show going, like live sports and stuff like that before COVID hit. So COVID actually screwed everything up.
I bet. Yeah.
Now that COVID's kind of not really done, but it's not really looked at anymore really highly. They've actually done live streaming they do it on YouTube, and they got it on ESPN now. So disc golf is starting to take off. Like it's starting to get big. Like when I started 3 years ago, my number is 127,326. So 127,000. Right now they're over 200,000.
Okay.
So in just over the amount of 2 to 3 years, it's grown 100,000. So I'm 127,000 since it started back in the early 50s or 40s or whatever the hell disc golf started. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in 30, 40, 50 plus years, it's only grown 100,000. In the past 3 years, it's grown 100,000. So it's blown up. It's gotten way
absolutely.
bigger.
Yeah, it's going so fast. Now your YouTube that you're looking to do with that. Are you looking to do YouTube with that? Because you mentioned the cars and the Rocket League and you mentioned the thing, but you're also the weight loss, the keto, but you're also looking to do disc golf on there as well.
Correct. And that would be part of Fling It Fridays.
Okay. Fling It Fridays. Okay. Yep.
It'll be a mixture of Rocket League and disc golf. So it'll be like my shots, because like I play disc golf league every Tuesday.
Okay.
So it'll be like my best shots or the people that I play with. And then throughout the week, because now the weather's starting to change, I'm going to be out every single day practicing, trying to get better, because I want to win that D-Glow Disc Golf Great Lakes Open.
Okay, yeah,
so
nice.
I'm going to try to win that, and it's me against 100 people.
Is that thing televised?
That is for the pros, not for the amateurs. So you'll see my GoPro. You'll probably see me play every single shot. It's a 3-day tournament.
Okay.
So it's a big tournament. You will see every shot that I do, because I will have my GoPro and I'll have everything set up for that.
Are you live streaming that?
No, I will not be live streaming, because I think that'll be a little bit too much. And I'm actually trying to get somebody to caddy for me.
Okay.
So they can deal with the either my GoPro, or I think at that time I'll probably have like a decent camera, because I think that's my next investment.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. A nice little video camera, or even some of the good still cameras can take great video now too.
Yeah. Like I have the GoPro Hero 7. That does all my stuff, and I get great shots out of it. I'm just wanting like that, like almost pro look, where I take my shot and they zoom out with the shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it gives it that extra step, where it looks a little bit more professional or a little bit better done, instead of just having the GoPro and I have to zoom in personally or something like that.
Right.
So if anybody's looking to be my lovely caddy for that weekend, I'll house you up and I'll put you in a nice hotel. I'll pay for that. Everything, all that's included.
That's at Kensington, right? You're gonna do a hotel there though?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's only about like an hour drive, but I did the same thing last year.
Okay.
So last year, I put myself up in a hotel because I just didn't like the feeling of going out, leaving my house around like 7 o'clock in the morning, going out there and then staying out there because it's a pro event. Like you get to see the pros that I watch almost every single day when I get home. I watch a good hour of YouTube to see what happened with the pros over the weekend because I'm really invested in it.
Okay.
So like the pros that I see all the time, you get to actually meet and greet with them while they're disc golfing, like say, hey, have a good round, or like you can see them walking off at the end because the way the toboggan course is, hole 1 and hole 18 are literally right next to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can see them going down saying, hey, go give it a hell of a round. And then you get to ask them, how is it doing at the end of the round?
Okay.
So I think that's a cool thing. So I don't want to miss out on that because it's a $300 tournament or something like that. It's kind of expensive. No, it's actually a $200 tournament. But like you get to meet these people and see them. Like I have signatures and like they're cool, humble people.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Do you have like a disc with signatures that you get everyone to sign, or you get individual stuff? Or
correct. Yes, I have all of that. I have because it's a Discraft event. I have a lot of Discraft signed people. So like I have Paul Ewellberry, that's their captain, that's their team captain for Discraft. He's a humble guy. He likes to talk crap about himself, but he's pretty humble. He's pretty chill and cool. I did not get to meet Paul Macbeth, the 5-time world champ. I did get to meet.
Is he there though?
Yes, he's there. He's playing the tournament. I got to meet his wife. She was there because they have a little selling booth that's over there. She was out handing out disc and like. It's a cool community. Like they're really humble people. Like you don't really get to see them snobby or anything. Like you get to ask them questions that they probably heard 1,000 times. But like I sat there and I got to buy disc and I had Paige Pierce. She's I think a 3 or 4-time world champion. She signed my disc and I got to sit there and talk to her, for a couple seconds while the line's going through, There's another guy, Big Germ. I got to see him. I didn't get to say hi. There's another guy that I actually played disc golf with, Phil. I'm going to mesh his last name up, De Leon. But he actually played the Pro Tour last year. He was on a feature card. He was on the whole YouTube that they had because he was on the main card.
Right.
I don't think he won that competition, but he was on the main card, I got to see him to tell him, go out there and kill it, sling it, show these pros what Michigan people can actually do.
There you go.
Get out of here, these Texas people and California people and all that. Get out of here. This is our hometown.
There you go. Yeah.
I got to meet people like that. There was another guy, Presno. He was at the when they handed out all the different what do you call it? They handed out all the different the package that you got, like the 3 or 4 discs that's only there for that competition, all that other stuff. He was there. He got to sign the stuff for me. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yes,
man, that's really cool. And like there's other sports that you can get into and play, but there's not other sports you can get into and play and then go to tournaments and be competing side by side with professionals.
Correct.
But like that's a really cool thing about that sport that I think is awesome, man, that you're getting out there and meeting these people and getting to see them. It's fun.
I think that's honestly like the best part. Like who was it? Ron White, the great comedy guy, right?
Yeah.
He was talking about how he went to go cheer on a friend of his at the Special Olympics, a friend of his kids, right? He's like, you can go to a Lakers game and wait till your arm falls off, and Kobe Bryant will never wave at you. He's like, you call out my buddy's thing and wave at him, we'll stop in the middle of the race and wave right back. So that's a cool thing. Is like you actually get to meet these pros that you watch day in and day out, and you can actually, if you play good enough, you can actually go play next to them and chill with them and conversate with them, and they're decent people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
it's a sport that's kind of chill to begin with. It's competitive, of course, but I mean, you're throwing a disc in the forest.
Yeah. Like there's times where I would say probably my 4th disc golf competition. That's the one that probably made me the most angriest. and made me actually sit back and think. I'm a very competitive person, but that's the one that actually made me sit back and think, because I got really aggressive. And after I missed my putt, I did what I normally did. I did beforehand. I threw a disc and actually threw it into the woods because I was angry.
Yeah. So you just picked one up and chucked it off to the side?
Correct.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that was on the card with me, he's like, listen, I'm going to give you a warning, but technically I can give you a stroke. He's like, you're not supposed to have outbursts like that, this, that, and everything else. And it was a close putt. Like, I mean, I'm talking 5 feet. I hit the chains and it fell out. And I just got really angry.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. You know, I just got really angry and I threw it because I was having an off game because I was on the lead card and I was doing really good.
Yeah.
And then I fell off on the last like 5 holes. So when I threw the disc, he kind of brought me back to reality. And after that, I'm like, I'm gonna play a hole by hole. I'm gonna think of it every single time I go up to a disc golf hole. I'm starting off 0-0. I'm not over par, I'm not under par, I'm doing even, and let me just play my game. So that's kind of what he kind of helped me out with, humbling me back. You know, and stuff like that. So yes, it's very chill and very, very awesome, and the people are really cool.
That is awesome.
So
right,
I
just kind of rein you in and say, hey, yo, bro, you know that that's not cool out here like that.
Yeah, and honestly, like I still talk to him to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he lives probably about 4 or 5 hours, a little bit further. But he's actually starting to run his own tournaments, and he's starting to do his own thing. And I'm going to go out there and actually see him at his tournaments. But yeah, dude, he kind of humbled me down a little bit. And every single time I see him, I'm like, "What's up?" He always wears a cat T-shirt to competitions too. It's the funniest thing. The last one he had cats with tacos. The one before it was cats and universes. He only wears cat T-shirts when he goes to disc golf competition. So if he's out there, you know who I'm talking about.
That's so funny. He'll have the cat T-shirt on there. That's great. We got a question from JMS Burzan. If
up?
you're a disc golf beginner, are you supposed to let better golfers pass you? Because I know the golfer etiquette, and it's different a little bit.
Correct. I would say it's 50-50, honestly. Depending. Now, if you're playing like crap and you keep throwing, if you're in a big group and you have 2 guys behind you or something, let them go through.
Right. Yeah.
It'll take them a lot less time to have 2 guys walk through instead of having 6 or 7 people throw.
Yep.
Also, if you're playing by yourself and there's another guy behind you by himself, and you just chucked it in the woods and you couldn't really, like, you knew it was a crappy shot, and then the next hole you throw it in the woods again and the guy's right up on you, let him pass. You know, that's to me, just let him go do his thing, because, you know, now some people voice it out and they're just like, hey, can I play through? And that's up to you to say yes or no. And if you say no and then they get heated or what have you, it is what it is. But normally I'm the chill kind of guy. Yeah, go ahead, play through, man. Like, go have your game. Like, I'm chilling. I'm out here to enjoy the weather, enjoy the nature, and to throw some discs and just have a good time. Yeah. So I would say if they're better, like, how do you know if they're better? You know, pros throw it and hit the woods, you know?
Yeah. Usually how it worked for us is, you know, depending on our group size when we were back there, you know, if there's 3 or 4 of us and kind of how fast we were going and the group size that was on us, you know, if the same guys kept popping up, you know, like we're still teeing off and they're already in chains and waiting on us every hole. It's like, hey, you guys should go play through, you know, if it's a couple of holes like that, you know, and things like that. So there's a lot of etiquette that way, like depending on the pace of the game. But then you also got like your busy weekends at the course and everybody's backed up. So you just got like 7 groups of people waiting up on the tee. That can be rough too.
Correct. And that there's nothing you really can do.
No, you just got to wait it out and play.
Correct. Because honestly, that part stinks, because there's times at tournaments where that happens, you know? Like when I played D-Glow last year, I was doing perfectly great. The first round, I kind of sucked. So the second round we're playing, it was on a different course, and we're playing through, and I'm through, I think it was 13 or 14 holes out of 18, and I was shooting 0. So I was having a great round, in my opinion.
Right.
Came up to a hole, and it was a 4-card backup. And I did the dumb thing. I sat down. When I got back up after I got back up after sitting down after about a half hour of sitting there waiting for people to throw, a half hour, 45 minutes. I got up, I was cold, and I double bogeyed, and I ended the round. So after 13, after 13 holes, I was at 0.
Yeah.
So what is that? 5 left. You have 5 holes left. I ended the round at +7.
Oh no!
Correct. I had a shitty ending to what was happening to be a great day.
Right. Ooh, that's brutal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. Sitting down that can get it cold. That's for sure. And I'm gonna take a quick stretch here, real quick, Goofy.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Do what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. Actually, no, I'll do one with you. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it. I don't know why like your picture keeps cutting out on here. I don't know if it's me. I'm gonna drop you out and back in and see if we do anything better.
Okay.
Remove.
Maybe it's because I had that blurred background stuff. Let me take that off. Let's show everybody everything. You can see.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Here, how about this? Let's just give it a little twist.
I don't know.
Oh, you can see my Pokemon stuff.
All right. Pokemon?
Yeah, I got a Pokemon ball.
So how do we check out Goofy's videos that are upcoming? That's a great question. We got that from JMS Berzan. And I was wondering too. We got another question from Pac-Man also. We'll get to you in just a second. Do you have your YouTube set up right now for those other endeavors? Are you going to be doing one YouTube channel for all of those, or are you looking to do multiple things?
I'm going to be doing one YouTube channel for everything.
Okay, cool.
I do have all YouTube set up. I believe it is just GoofyMtf. I have it set up. I'm actually looking to try to get somebody to do a nice little a design for me that I'm looking for, so I can have a decent logo. You know, if it does take off. I've also thought about like t-shirts and stuff like that. Like, actually, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. I'm checking it out right now. I don't see. Let's see what Pac-Man has. We'll get your question in a minute, Pac-Man, and thank you so much for popping that in.
So this right here, this is my disc golf uniform. So
okay.
I have Etiquette, so that's Goofy, right? And then that's the front of it.
Oh, nice.
So I had that.
What's the numbers on the back? Is that your numbers?
Yes, correct. That is my disc golf. My disc golf number 127326.
Okay, cool.
So I'm trying to have like a nice little logo or something made out, so I could have friends and family that have like me, just promoting me out there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
is that going to be your home base then? Is through YouTube? Is that where you're going to kind of shuttle everything through?
YouTube and Discraft
Twitch?
and Twitch. Those are the two things I'm going to be pushing everything through, and then I'm just going to be posting the links on my Facebook. So yeah, it'll just be
through your Facebook. Do you have is your Facebook and everything linked on your Twitch and your YouTube accounts also?
No, I'm going to be making a new one for that because I don't want my personal one out there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
I hear you.
I'm gonna have a separate one. Like, I have everything all set up. I have my lovely little I have everything set up. I have my lovely little notebook full of
perfect.
Full of all my lovely stuff that I've already created. I just need to come up with the content and stuff like that and start pushing it.
This be my bad boy. I just
Yeah.
got my notebook, dude. This is my ideas book. I've got a few of them. That's part of my life change stuff that I've been going on. But yeah, these are all different notebooks for different purposes.
Okay.
But,
Yep.
It's definitely a good idea to write stuff down.
Yes.
Do you have like the YouTube? I tried to find it earlier. I was not able to locate your YouTube. Would you be able to locate a link for that, or be able to pull it up or put it in chat or something so people can go on and follow you for when you get this stuff rolling out later this year?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Cool.
I will actually tell you what it is.
And we'll pull that up also.
Yep.
We also have a question while you're looking for that from Pac-Man is back. What made you decide to keep streaming when you have weeks of no one out?
Weeks with no one out? Like, what do you mean? Other people out there?
Probably like no viewers is what I'm suspecting. I'm not sure. If it's different, Pac-Man, please feel free to clarify that.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. How do you keep streaming without? Listen, man, just go have a ball, live it up. That's the way I look at it. I have an average of probably, I think it's like 2.3 viewers per stream. I play like I'm just playing a video game. Yeah, it stinks. Yeah, you'd want to have a conversation with people. You want to, you want to show people what you're made of and what you can do and how great of a time that you have. But I would say that legitimately just stream. And if you have 0 viewers, you have 0 viewers. And when that one person comes in, like don't don't bombard them saying, like, oh, hit me with the follow button or do this or do that. Just be yourself. I don't really ask people to hit the follow button. If you do, you do. If you hit the subscribe button, thank you very much. Thank you for helping me out with this lovely thing that, I do for a hobby as of right now. I don't do it for a job, but just be yourself. If they like you, they'll hit the follow button. If they like you, they'll hit the subscribe button, or send you something of the other like that.
Yeah, the best thing I can say on that too is right along those lines as well. I mean, we're not pros here; we're amateurs also. So we're just trying to, at the end of the day, do something and maybe entertain somebody and have some fun at the same time. I think consistently being there and having fun and just enjoying it while you're doing it. If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. If you're there to just try to get follows and stuff like that and try to get people on there, it might be time to look at it doing it a different way too, and just look at it to have fun. If people see you having fun, then that might be something that helps attract people to it as well. But as you said, with Goofy, he's out there day in, day out, 2-3 viewers, might pop in 5 or 10 sometimes. But it's none of us are successful. We don't have the magic trick to do it here. It's just doing it. If you consistently keep doing it, you'll get some people. It'll start to build and maybe go somewhere. It's hard to say. It's just
correct.
Keeping a good attitude and putting in the time, and things might happen. But
I will share mine. Share my screen.
Oh, we did that again. Okay, we'll share your screen. Let's get that up there.
Be this one, I believe. Correct? I think I got it.
Yeah. Is it good to go up there, or do you have anything on there that you don't want people to see?
Nope, I think that's good. Okay. So I believe that this would be my YouTube as of right now. I'm trying to get a little bit better video, or a picture, and then I'm gonna have something in the background. But as of right now, it's just Goofy MTF, and that's what I just created, and I have no videos, no nothing yet. So yes. I'm
not finding it though.
You're not?
I search Goofy MTF and I don't find it when I search in YouTube. Can you copy and paste that URL up at the top and throw that right in the chat? I think we might be able to do that.
Not a problem. All righty, I'm gonna stop the screen.
Yeah, no problem.
Go back to us, lovely fellers.
There we go. Yeah. We lost a Goofy altogether. He's gone. Oh no. We'll have to get him back. I'm gonna send him another invite. I don't know if he should still be able to use the same one. I think he can use the same one. Goofy, if you're there, brother, there he is.
High five.
There he is. Welcome back, Goofy.
I accidentally hit that.
Yeah, that's all right. That's like we lost a Goofy. I hope you can get back.
We lost me. All right, there it is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it won't do it. It won't let it go.
No?
No.
Oh, you're saying up top this part? Okay, I got you. It's still in the chat. It didn't take it out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's blocked. The chat is blocked. Let me see if it's blocked on Twitch. Maybe I can go in there and unblock it on Twitch. I'm not actually logged in on Twitch on here.
Okay, no problem.
I'm also wondering if this application is able to use Streamlabs. If I'm able to use Streamlabs alerts and things like that, because that might be cool if I can integrate it with this as well.
I don't drink beer.
Yeah, I'm not able to. You'd have to send me the URL, maybe in Discord, and I'll put it up there.
Sent.
All right. Yeah, once you get videos, I think it'll be searchable. I think they just don't have it yet because of that. Let's see if this posts on there. There we go. Hopefully
there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, though. I appreciate everybody that's out there.
Copy this down here. I'm actually going to go to it, too, because I don't have it myself.
Okay. I appreciate it.
No problem. And you've got 1 subscriber. Now yeah. All right.
Let's go. Yeah, what about
you got 2 subscribers.
Let's go, Pac-Man. I appreciate it, my friend. That's how you start off. Zero videos, subscribers. Let's go.
That's it.
What about you? You have a YouTube, correct?
Yeah, my YouTube is I've got the one for Gnome Saiyan that I have some Rocket League highlight videos on that I'm putting, some of the highlights that I've created from the viewer community, and we've also got one for Gnome Saiyan Presents. And that is all found through Pac-Man was first. He was the first one.
Yep, that's what made me giggle. I couldn't say anything. I didn't want to make you upset, my friend. He got you first.
And that website is getting updated right now.
Okay.
Not right now, but everything's going to be available through there. You'll be able to get to all the socials and get to everything for Gnome Saiyan Presents from there. We're going to have merch. I've got actually a Gnome Saiyan Presents shirt on. Let me show you guys this
snap!
thing.
Oh, snap!
This is there we go.
Yeah, get the big beard out of the way.
Just the GSP logo on a t-shirt, and this is going to be like a prototype of something I'll have, like maybe a polo with the GSP and some different merch stuff. I've applied to get onto the Amazon merch store. Okay. So hopefully we'll see some stuff on there. If not, I'll deal with other merch vendors and things like that. But yeah, we'll be looking to set up some merch. I got a cough here just a second, and my throat is scratchy. Give me just one moment.
Yep. Pac-Man is number 1. He was number 1.
All right. Now I need you to take down your YouTube and make another one, and then we'll redo this whole event, and I'll be first.
Got you. Hey, wait, actually, I'll go block him and then unblock him. And then you go,
yeah. Just playing Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
Let's see, man. We're talking about disc golf. Talking about your YouTube. So the YouTube, you're going to be splitting that up and having different sections for the videos, and everything is going to be hosted through there.
Correct.
Are you going to get a website at all, like your own personal media website or anything like that?
I don't think so. Not in the beginning. That might be a little bit for longer term.
Okay.
As of right now, this is a thing that's just a hobby of mine. Yeah. That I'm doing. And then one of the big reasons why it's kind of turning into not a hobby into something that I'm really into is just the weight loss for myself and for anybody else that's out there that's really not like they need that extra step. You know what I mean? Because it's very hard to stay on a diet and keep going on the diet.
Right.
Those are the things that are like the hardest. To keep the motivation. There you go. To keep the motivation to keep going and to keep striving and keep doing the things that you're doing.
Yeah, you run out of you get on burnout and you just have to keep going. And after it's weird with things like that, and I'm discovering as well as I'm trying to change some habits and things like that in my life that weren't quite correct. But it's like these things are hard to do at first, but once you do them often enough, it then becomes routine, and then it's a normal everyday thing for you. But it just takes time, and it takes that hurdle of discipline to keep that stuff up.
1,000%. It's not like a thing that you can just do. It's actually a lifestyle. Right. So like working out and dieting, it's a lifestyle. It's something that you can't just pick up and drop off and do whatever the hell you really want to do. Even though I kind of stated it that I do my diet a month on, a week off, but that's just for health things.
Right. You have to with the keto state. Well, you should anyway.
Correct. Because I don't want to put myself in a different a I put myself into like a category where I'm 35 years old and have a heart attack just because I eat too much grease or too much like fatty foods and stuff. I don't want to do that. I want to be a decent healthy about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Are you planning on staying on the keto diet for a long time, or is that something that you go on till like you get your weight and then you just go on to like a normal diet? How does that work?
It's going to be something that I don't think it'll be lifelong, and I'm doing like a goofy keto diet. Like I'm not doing a true keto diet.
Okay.
I'm doing
sort
something
of a hybrid thing, like your own.
Correct. I'm not gonna kill myself or try to do the keto diet the whole time because I am a bigger fella, and if I'm going to keep doing the exercises and different things that I need to do, all I'm going to do is I'm going to be losing the weight, but I'm going to be losing the muscle that I have on my body. And I don't want to do that. I want to lose the fat. I want to get rid of the bad shit. I don't want to get rid of the good stuff.
Okay.
So I'm doing the diet, but I'm forming it into something for myself that I think is going to work for myself. It might not work for you the same as it works for me.
Right. Yeah, you have to find out what works for your body. Everybody metabolizes things differently, and
1,000%.
Absolutely, yeah. And you don't want to go into something goofy keto diet, catchy book title. So, I mean, absolutely, you don't want to go on anything and have any health problems. So, absolutely, go into any diets. Be concerned about your health. Be smart about it. Any diets, just don't go jump into anything and expect to have results. And you could harm yourself with this stuff. So, be careful, educate yourself, and be aware of what you're doing to yourself when you're doing it. Just as a little note to people out there. We've got a couple more questions out here regarding this is on the same topic. We're going to go back to Pac-Man's question in a minute. But what do you tell yourself to keep motivated, like at your mom's over the holidays? Like, is there something like a mantra you tell yourself, or is there something you do that helps you keep you on track?
Swimsuit, baby.
It's summertime. He wants that bod.
Yes.
We want a sexy goofy over there. He wants to be rocking that summer bod.
Yes, swimsuit model, whatever, like things like that, what I see myself when I walk out of the shower every single day. You know what I mean?
It's what you could become. It's like
correct.
The goal. Okay.
When you sit there and you watch a movie and it's just like The Rock goes and flexes himself for half a second, you're like, he has more muscle in his arm and looks better just in his arm than I do in my whole body.
Right.
Like that's the thing is like, and then you can see those progressions. Like with me, when I took when I did the keto diet for the first time, and in 1 month, all I did was change my diet, and I lost 15 pounds, and I lost, I think it was like a size on my belt. That's like mind-boggling. It's just like what you take into your body actually affects it. You're sitting there thinking to yourself, all right, I'll eat a bag of chips. It's just a little bag of chips, a couple hundred calories, it ain't nothing. But or when you eat a little snack here and there, I will tell you the number one thing to me, I'm going to give you a little scoop into it, but the number one thing for me is this. It's just drinking. Legitimately, it is the number one thing for me because I like to drink a lot of liquids. And to me, you're not really looking at it, hey, all right, well, this is 5 calories just in this bottle. But when you take it the bigger picture, this is a diet, This is a diet Lipton green tea, not sponsored. If you want to hit me up now. But things like that.
Goofy and chat. No.
Yeah. Things like that, it adds up. You're thinking to yourself, all right, I'm not eating a lot of food, but you're drinking it. This is only 5 calories.
Sodas or drinking
anything. One of my favorite things to drink is Arnold Palmer green tea or sweet tea or whatever.
That's loaded with sugar and the high fructose corn syrup.
Correct. Those are the things that I'm thinking to myself. I'm drinking a tea. Yeah. I'm not drinking a pop. I'm drinking a tea. But then you look at it, you're drinking a whole gallon of tea because it's who I am as a person. I love drinking. I love liquids. You're like, all right. Then you look at it. A whole gallon of Lipton sweet tea is like 1,000 calories. But you're thinking to yourself, I didn't really eat too much, and I ate pretty healthy, but I'm drinking 1,000 calories a day just in tea.
Right.
Those are the mind-boggling things that you have to sit there and think about. Those are the things that that's what cuts off, and that's what really hits you. It's not the calories that you take by food, it's what you drink. Me personally, I drink a lot. Like I probably drink about 2 gallons of water a day.
Okay. And that's good. Like a lot of people need to drink way more liquid, and liquid will help you feel full. And a lot of times too, people will feel hungry, and that's just because they're thirsty. You know, that they don't drink enough, so they don't. You know, they haven't differentiated their body from telling them that they're thirsty or hungry. It's a stomach pain either way. So a lot of people just don't get enough water because like those other drinks a lot of times too don't hydrate you as much as they should.
Correct. You know. But getting back to his thing to stay motivated, it's you set a goal, not by, to me right now I have a goal for a year, but I set a goal daily.
Yeah.
Don't go way overboard. Don't sit there and think, all right, you know, beginning of the year, my New Year's resolution is to get down to 250 pounds. The first week you do something, and then after that first week you lose interest because you only lost maybe a pound, but you've been working your ass off. And then you just lose interest. No, think of it day by day. All right, today's my goal is I'm going to walk 10 miles.
Right.
Okay, I walk 5 miles at work every single day. I'm going to take my dog for a 2-mile walk. What's an extra 3 miles walking by myself?
Right.
Set a goal each day and fulfill it. You know what I mean? That's to me, that's the best motivation you got. Each day, make a new goal or make the same goal as yesterday. I'm going to keep going and doing what I'm doing. Keep rolling with it.
Right. And that keeps your mind on it every day too. That's a good thing to do. So you're not saying, well, the 1 year goal, I've got the 1 year goal and that's 1 year away and I've got all year to get that goal. You're not doing that because, you know, you'll be like, oh, I can skip a week. I still got a year to lose 10 pounds. If you're doing it every single day, you're going to keep yourself up every single day. And if you lose a day, you're not losing that much. You beat yourself up about it, but you try to do harder the next day. So it's still a daily thing. And if you fall off, it's easier to get back on if you're doing something like that. I feel like that's a great way to do it.
Correct. Yep. Day by day, make yourself a new goal and make a new mindset. Do what you got to do every single day. You can make the yearly goal. I got it.
Yeah, absolutely. You set your yearly goal, but you visit that every day to kind of keep yourself on.
Every single day.
Yep. And that's kind of what I've been doing myself too, to change things. And it feels good to have that as well. Setting up a calendar with daily tasks. And I've got about 12 things that I have to do every day.
Yep.
Sometimes they don't get done. I grade myself on it and I'm like, yeah. So yeah, but in general, they're getting done way more. And that also goes into what you're saying as far as building, a lifestyle. You know, it's a change. It's like a philosophy. And that's when I was talking about the keto diet earlier, like you're going to go on it for a while and go off of it. But I would imagine at that point in time when you're going off of it, you know, maybe you've hit your goal weight, you're doing things like you want to, and now you're eating food again. But that's the part where you don't stop.
Correct.
You know, with your discipline and your diet, you might change your diet. Now you're switched over off of keto, but now instead of eating, you know, all right, I've done it. I got my 25 pounds down. I can go get that McDonald's burger. No, it's like, hey, settle down, go get yourself, you know, some nice, you know, something else, something healthier, and just stay healthy and drink water and eat good food from there. So
correct. Yep. That's where I would say that's where it 100% is. Like, I know, like on my weeks that I'm off keto or what have you, I might have a couple more sweets or something of another, you know. And then as it sits right now, I just got off of, I went on like a 2-day bender of eating sweets and doing whatever I want because I was doing a lot more. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really have time to make my food or anything like that. So yes, I cheated. I was bad. I was horrible.
Right.
But I went out and had sweets, and look at me now. I don't normally have any pimples or anything. I'm 30 years old. I normally don't have these things, and I'm breaking out because I'm putting a shock to my system. Yeah. You know, with those different things. So like your body's going to react to it. So, and on top of it, I know right after my month of doing just keto, I can tell right after the month I really didn't have the strive to even go out and have my sweets or go out and have like a McDonald's greasy burger or any of that stuff. Like I didn't have that goal. I was just like, you know what? I don't really need this stuff. Yeah. Now, the other things that I do like, you know, baked potato or like a pancakes or something like that, I still strive for that. I still want it. Biscuits and gravy. Yeah. Come on. I'm a country boy. Come on. You know, I miss those things in life. And I'm over there. I'm like, hey, put it in the IV. Let's go, guys. Like, come on, set me up.
It's a country breakfast right in the veins.
Oh, man. You need to set me up, man. The first, I will tell you, those are the first and the hardest things to do is like Me and a good friend of mine, Jake, we go out to breakfast every Saturday or Sunday. One of the days out of the week, me and him just get together. We go out to breakfast together. And when I was on keto, one of the hardest things to do is not get hash browns, because the hash browns normally comes with everything, or toast. Those are the hardest things. I have to strive to not do that.
Yep.
Yeah,
so, going out to eat is super difficult to eat healthy going out, because even the healthy stuff, they put a lot of bad stuff in there because that's what tastes good.
Yes.
So it's super hard to eat healthy. My wife, with her stage 5 kidney disease, we have to pay attention to everything: phosphates, potassium, nitrates, the whole gamut, to see what's going on. And watching all the food that's out there, it's really unbelievable how much bad food there is. That there's really very little that's really good for you.
Correct. And the crazy thing is what they put out there as healthy food is really not that healthy for you.
Right.
That was one of the things that mind boggled me, is when I started keto, I had to look at all the different things on there: the carbs, the sugars, what's inside of it, the ingredients, and blah, 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 to keep in ketosis.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm Italian. I went, try to get me some spaghetti sauce. I'm looking at the spaghetti sauce cans, okay?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the sauce cans, and I'm like, all right, well, here's the herbal one that they say is perfect and healthy and all this other stuff.
Like the organic Meyer, whatever.
Yeah. They have 5 more carbs than the regular can does, and probably another cup of sugar than the regular carb thing does. And I'm like, well, what's healthy about this?
Right.
So it's like you gotta watch those things.
Part of it is too, is some of those healthy ones do use things that aren't as bad, like the phosphates and potassiums,
correct,
all of those preservatives, and they'll still be loaded with sugar and all the other stuff, but they just don't have the bad additives. So some of that stuff is good to a certain extent, but it's still
correct.
All the sugar isn't good either. I think a lot of that almost is going down to, like, you have to make it yourself mostly.
1,000%.
Go hit the veggie department, grab some tomatoes, grab some peppers, crunch it up, make a sauce, man.
Get the real Italian out there.
There you go. You don't have to teach me. You got family that knows Italian, man? We'll cook some for that, brother.
Hey, man, listen, I got you, man. Listen, this body is not built on McDonald's and Burger King and fast foods, man. This is, like I said, man, anytime you want, we can go down to my mom's house, man. She knows how to cook, and that's why I personally, if I lived down there with my mother, I'd probably be about 400 pounds right about now, man. I can't stop myself.
Hey, you need some meat on your bones. You're not eating enough. Why are you so skinny, Goofy?
Hey, you're not third breakfast. What are you doing?
Down, have a plate. Have another plate, too.
1,000%, brother. Like, I love my mom to death. I'm a mama's boy through and through. But I mean, her cooking is top notch. Like, I've had people go down there and stuff like that, and I can't say no to my mom's food. I've never not liked my mom's stuff. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy. I really don't like meatloaf too much. Depends on the person. I love my mom's meatloaf. I don't know what it is, and I never really grew up with my mom's food either. My parents split up when I was a kid. So I pretty much grew up on McDonald's and Dad's microwave, unless he was making making breakfast or soups or something. Like, he can cook, but nothing like my mom's, man. Mama's cooking is where it's at. Everybody can say their mom makes the best food. I'm sorry, I'll have to tell you. I don't even think Gordon Ramsay can make better food than my mama. I don't even care what you say, man. My mom can make some food, man.
Gordon shows up in the kitchen and he can't swear about anything. Like, how does that work?
Hey, I'll tell you this. There's a video out there where he went head-to-head with his mom in a cooking competition, and he pulls out the dish, and he's critiquing his mom's dish, and she goes, "Isn't that raw?" And he goes over there and touches it, and he had to put it back in the oven because his mom told him that it's wrong. Mama's cooking, man. Mama's cooking is where it's at, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yes, sir.
We got a question from earlier when we were talking about Twitch from Pac-Man is back, and he was curious if you were thinking of doing any collab type efforts or anything like that with any of your media ventures anytime soon. I'm not sure specifically, Pac-Man, what you might be referring to on that. I don't know if you have a way to answer that or not, but is that something that you might be doing? Is getting together with other people to do group effort stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the kind of guy, like, I will, if I have something that's going out or we have a great idea, I'm on board with anything, man.
I'm gonna
Go
cut
ahead.
you off real quick. I'm sorry, Goofy.
No, you're good.
This is an answer to the question, sort of, but it's a little teaser, guys. Let me see if we can go to. No, let's see.
What you got for me? What you got for me?
Not much. We're just gonna
What lovely video you get?
It's not a video. It's actually just if I can get the layout to work there. It's not switching layouts for me.
Oh no, man.
Oh, here we go. We'll just do it like this, I think.
Okay.
No, that didn't work either. It doesn't want to show the background behind us. Maybe if I do. All right. You know what? Here we go. I'm going to do this a different way. We'll get this sorted out. And we're going to go here. It's right behind there, but it won't let me show it right behind there. That's so dang funny.
Just put it up on the regular thing,
That's what I'm about to do.
Okay. What we got?
Share screen and we're going to share a tab. So this right here, let me get that question off of here. That little question mark over on the side is a collab effort that we're going to be working on here pretty soon. Over here on the side is going to be Mr. Goofy MTF here in a few weeks. Yep. We're gonna lock in a day and time, and Goofy's gonna be my co-host for Gnome Saiyan Presents. So he's gonna be part of the collab effort on Gnome Saiyan Presents to answer your question there, Goofy. And if you have any other collab efforts or anything like that, I just wanted to bring that to attention to some folks out here that this is gonna be the crew for Gnome Saiyan Presents for the future, guys.
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep. He asked me that a couple days ago. I didn't know I was going to be quiet about it. I was going to say, hey, anybody that for the collabs question, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, if people have a decent opinion or anything at all, if they need help on anything that I could help you out with, or, if they want me to star in their video just to get a little laugh or something, I'm not trying to say a big head or different things like that, but outside looking in, you have different opinions, I will voice it. I'll try to help out or do whatever I can. That's just who I am and how I am. He came and presented me with something and I said, yeah, I'm all in. I would love to do something like that, and here we are. I'm his first guest and going to be his co-host pretty soon, but things like that, I'm always open for options, anything at all. If people want me to come star in a video or what have you, anything like that, I'm always open. And I'm always open to take people in. If no one wanted to be like, hey, I want to do this, and could I come over to your community, or can I come over and do a video with you or something like that? Assassin, even Pac-Man, if you guys wanted to be like, hey, I want to co-stream with you, that's a cool thing about Gnome. He does Friday Fridays, where anybody and everybody can come play and hang out. You know what I mean? It's not like he's just doing it where he's grinding every single day and doesn't care about the small guy or the little guy or, anything like that. He's like, we're going to get everybody in here and we're going to swap them out here and there and anything else, He's doing the same thing I'm doing. It doesn't really matter. He's doing it better. He does a Friday Friday with everybody, but he's doing the same thing. He's helping out anybody, small stream, big stream, doesn't matter. If you don't even stream, you just want to play and, want to get a shout out or whatever, it's there, and to get back to, I know Pac-Man, you've been contemplating if you want to stream again, Z's been doing the same thing. Z's just started streaming himself. Z's a great player. You're a great player. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys need a little kick in the ass, but if you need a little tap on the butt or what have you, but if that's what you need, if you want that, a little bit of a booster, then yeah, I'll be here to help you. I want people to strive to be the best that they are. That's what I'm trying to do for myself. And sometimes I need help with motivating myself. But at the end of the day, I'll collab with anybody. If you got a good idea, I'll listen to it.
Absolutely. And a good way to get a hold of Goofy for that is probably through your Discord. Does your Twitch have a Discord link for it?
Yes. It should work.
And we'll just put a little banner down here in the bottom.
Thank you.
No problem. So if you guys want to get in touch with Goofy, feel free to head out to his Twitch site. And if you want to try to get in a collab with him or hit him up. I found that a lot of people are like that too with the Twitch communities and the small time streamers and things like that is, people like to go do things. They like to share with the community. It's just a matter of setting it up and asking, and if people are going to be there, they won't. And there was a saying from, I think it was Jim Rohn. I had it up on my door. Yeah. Up on my calendar. I still do. And this, if you keep knocking, you'll find open doors. So the thing is if I set up a grudge match, I've been fortunate enough to have people excited enough to go and say, yes, I'm going to do it. But I'm only looking for 5 people to go into the grudge match. I start with only 5 people because that's all that'll fit. But the thing is I'm not going to stop asking until I fill up those 5 people. If I have to go to 200 Twitch streams until people are going to say to be there, dude, that's what I'm going to do. Because there's going to be cool enough people before then. But honestly, you just keep asking, you keep doing stuff. And people are cool enough, especially with a game like Rocket League. I find that the community for Rocket League, the player community is awesome. Like the base, the viewers, the Twitch streamers, everything like that. And that's partly why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Because everybody coming to I love. They're great people. The community that plays Rocket League and Spaz Cat on the other hand, super duper toxic.
No comment, sir. No comment.
Right. And thank you for popping in, Cruz. I appreciate you popping in here.
Yes.
No comment on the toxicity. Right. What a save. What a save. What a save. What a save in chat, guys. What a save in chat.
Yeah. Yep. Can I get free pizza in the chat, please? No. Yeah. I would have to double down on it too. Yes, the community is great, but sometimes when you're playing with people, they get really toxic and for no reason, really. They really they might be a little bit better than you or something like that, but then you're just bringing people down. Like you're taking the fun out of the game. But hey, man, some people, might have been bullied, and now they can bully somebody else, with the pixels and the lovely thing like that.
Yeah, and they're separated. That's a whole different realm of conversation there. Buddy.
Yep, 1000%.
The toxic people that's out of control. I don't know if we're looking to get into that or not, but I wanted to ask you a question about all the stuff that you're doing. And we're amateurs here. We're trying to make it. We're not successful at these things. We're successful at trying hard and being good people and just doing our best at things that we're doing. So that's one thing that we have going for us. But in all of that, is there anything like major, big, huge setbacks or anything like that, like big problems with Twitch streaming, with your keto diet, with your softball, with your frisbee golf, anything like that? Like the biggest thing that was a big setback or a big letdown or a big hurdle or just a big catastrophe, something that you had to overcome or that you didn't overcome, or any problems that you can share with somebody, some insight to maybe overcome some obstacles you've had in your encounters?
I would have to say a couple big setbacks. Pretty much for anything, is the loved ones and time. Really, last year my father got diagnosed with cancer for the 2nd time, so I had to actually move back in with him to help him out.
Yeah.
So that was a setback in my life, but I have to do what I have to do. It's family.
Absolutely.
Just over pretty much about a little bit after my father got diagnosed with cancer, the woman that I asked to marry me left me, so that was another setback. But, I take it, brush the dirt off your shoulder and keep on going. That's just the way that I've always been my whole life, different things like that. I try not to let anything keep me down. Put your head down and keep on going. If it's not meant to be, or if it is meant to be, then things will happen. With my father, he's just a strong old Italian man.
Yeah.
He actually just had surgery 2 days ago for his hernia, and the guy's up walking around doing very good, you know.
Oh,
So
good. Yeah.
he's also another person that strives me, you know. He's always been the strong asshole. It's strong gentleman in my life that I've always had. You know what I mean? A good mentor. Honestly, the biggest mentor in my life was my grandfather. He was double amputee. He didn't have any legs, and this man didn't ask anybody for help. And he taught me pretty much everything I know. He was a master mechanic. He made a mini bike out of a dryer motor as a kid.
What?
Yes. Like this guy, like to me, it's mind-boggling half the things that he did, and he strived me to be the better man that I am today. Him and my father. So, life's gonna kick you down. You're gonna hit lows. You're gonna hit times. Another big low for me was I went into business with my family, owning pizzerias. We had 2 of them, and I got screwed out of about a decent amount of money. I'll say that much. I got screwed out of money and stuff like that, but I didn't let it keep me down. I put my head down and kept on going, man. Things are gonna keep you down. Things are gonna kick you down. It's life. Life is not fair. You can be the best person on God's green earth, and you'll still get knocked down. There's still gonna be low parts in your life. You know, you're gonna lose a loved one. You're gonna, you know. Money's not the root of all evil, but money makes it a little bit easier. Different things like that. You know, you're not going to have $1 in your pocket. I've been $10,000 in debt and only had $1 in my pocket. You know, but I still come out smiling every single day, and I work hard to keep going.
Right.
You know, so I would say, you know, life's going to kick you down. It's just how you're going to get back up. That's the way that you should look at it.
Would you say that you know, to overcome these things and get through them, then that it has to do with like your attitude?
Yes and no. It's way I would say attitude. Yes, it's you gotta have a good attitude, even though that you're knocked down, that you're doing pretty bad. It's just it's way that you kind of take it. To me personally, it's like I said, how you get back up. You know. Are you going to be slow to get back up? Are you going to jump back up and get right back on that horse and keep on going? Or are you going to be not trying to say anything about the United States of America, but there are some people that just sit there, get knocked down, and they think that the world owes them something. Nobody owes you anything. You're your own person. Get up and keep on going.
Right.
You know, my dad told me when I was 16 years old, when I asked him for $5 to go bowling, and he told me no. And then my sister comes walking in the house a little bit later. Sister asked him for some money because she needed money for gas for her car, and he gave her some money for the gas in her car. And I asked him straight up. I was like, "Why did you give her money and not me? And you gave her more money. I'm only asking for $5." He looked at me and said, "If you want it bad enough, you go out and work for it." And I haven't asked him for $1. To me, that's the way I look at life. If you want it bad enough, you go out and work for it. Because guess what, mommy and daddy ain't gonna help you unless they're very fortunate. They might silver spoon you.
Right.
But to me, the way I look at life and the way I look at everything, if I want it bad enough, I'll go out and work for it. I will go and I will strive to do whatever I have to do to get to my goal and to get to the things that I need to do that I want. You know?
Yep. Working for your goal. That's the important part of setting the goal and working for it.
Yeah. You know,
and the other part that you talked about earlier is when you get knocked down, about getting back up. I mean, the important thing is that you get back up.
Correct.
It might take some time. It might, you know, do things, but you know, just get back up, get back into it. Don't let it crush you.
Correct. Like I said, you know, I had a lady that asked to marry me, and we were together for 3 months after I asked her to marry me, and then she left me. Okay. I got knocked down. Here I am almost a year later, and I'm going on my first date this weekend.
Oh, nice, buddy.
So
look at you. You're a whole new Goofy from a year ago. You've learned so much and you're changed so much from them too, I bet.
No, 1,000%. You know, like I'm looking at the bigger picture. You know, like it set me back. Yeah, you know, I thought this was a woman I wanted to be with the rest of my life, and all this different things.
Yeah,
she knocked me down to a low, and honestly, it hit me hard, and I'm not gonna lie about that. But
absolutely, those are serious emotions when you're involved enough to be engaged to somebody.
Correct. And you know, it took me. I wouldn't say the whole year.
Yeah.
But I went out, and after the first couple months, had your cry, had your beer. After
Right, yeah.
the first couple after
Your
the first
first
couple
100
months or
beers.
whatever. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. After that, I was okay, and I was content with everything that happened and all that other stuff. But I really wasn't looking for a girlfriend or anything like that.
Right.
And what I did is I told myself, I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to make myself what
There you
I've
go.
always wanted to be.
Yes.
And, and honestly, I'm loving life. Everything's not perfect, but I'm loving life. I'm living a dream and doing everything that I want to do. I don't have to listen to anybody or do anything that anybody else wants me to do, and I don't have anybody yelling at me or anything. I'm not saying that she did, but
right.
I don't really have to talk to anybody. I can go do what I want. I can leave this weekend and go up north and do whatever the hell I want.
Yep.
And I don't feel bad that I left her. I don't feel bad this, that, or anything else. But
Yeah.
it's also very lonely, and we'll see how things go with her.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that before,
oh, you're breaking it out, brother.
things might get a little bit better over time.
Yeah.
And with something like that, with that relationship, man, is like, it's probably good that happened when it did, instead of like 2 or 3 or 4 years down the road and then have it fall off. It's like almost like, all right, well, rip the Band-Aid off, get it over with. Now let's go and heal this wound.
Correct. I will say this. Nothing wrong to her. I don't want nobody to say anything bad. I have no bad blood between her and her new man. I actually I know the guy personally.
Yeah.
So I saw him at a party. I shook his hand. I told him I hope the best for both of them. And I truly, in my heart, hope the best for both of them.
Right.
I've had my parents ask me, is she going to come back? And I said, no, it's done and over with,
Right.
She made her bed. Now she can lay in it. I don't wish any harm towards her or anybody. I still talk to her family. I'm still friends with her sister and her brother-in-law and stuff. But I heard from her cousin that she was thinking hard between me and the other guy that she took. So
right.
So to me, like you just said, yes, it's great that she did this now instead of later on.
Right.
Because
who knows when her 10-year plan will change or whatever.
Oh, 1,000%.
That'll hurt so much more if you've already got another 2 years into the relationship and you have no clue that she's struggling with it.
No. Like, it's in all honesty, I saw it coming the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I really did. We went down to Florida. I went down to Florida with my family and stuff like that. She was very distant, different things like that. We came back. Okay. So I knew something was up, and I kind of figured, 2 and 2 equals 4 to me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm on that old school math. But
that old school math where numbers add up to numbers.
Correct. Nowadays you got to do everything to just do 2 plus 2.
Right.
But yeah, I knew things like that were gonna were happening and stuff, and one of her family members confirmed that with me. So
got you.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew, but I let bygones be bygones. No hard feelings towards the kid. I don't want to beat his ass. I don't want to do any of that stuff. It's
right.
It's to me it's.
It sounds like it's beyond that. Like there's no reason for that stuff, for violence. It doesn't help the situation at all.
My dad always told me when I was younger too, a woman will come and go, friends stay for life. So there's no reason to fight over a woman. If the woman wants to go to the other man, let him go to the other man. You go find yourself another woman. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Keep on trucking, and that's what I'm doing.
There you go.
I'm legitimately, if it doesn't work with her, or something like that, we're just going on a date. We're just feeling each other out, and just seeing, we did go to high school together.
Yeah.
But it's just me feeling out her feeling out me, what our true intentions are, because back in the day, old Goofy would have just he would have tried to go after your sister, your mother after the breakup.
Right. So, okay.
Yeah, the new Goofy, I'm not like that, man. I let bygones be bygones. I'm happy where I'm at, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just looking at the bigger picture and just keep on going with life. If the way I look at it, If I have another relationship in my lifetime, cool. If not, it is what it is. The only thing I truly want is I want a kid. I want to teach a kid the things that I know and the different things that, kids nowadays are not really getting taught. Like kids now are just literally just in their phones and different things and not going out and adventuring. We're going fishing and hunting and doing the different things that I was brought up on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The kids, they don't have the stuff that we used to. I built a mini bike by hand. So
right. We got JMS Berzan says her loss, Goofy.
Yep, her loss, but at the same time, my loss too. I can't blame her as much as I could blame myself.
Yeah, it works that way sometimes.
Hey man, I take blame. I take blame where it comes. I saw it coming a mile away. I could have probably prevented it. I probably could have fought him, but nah, it ain't worth it. Like my dad told me, it ain't worth the argument in a fight, man.
True enough. Do we got any questions for Goofy out there? We got about 15 minutes left. We'll keep some questions open if you guys have questions for Goofy. Plop them in the chat, guys.
Yeah. Anyone else want to go on a date?
Speed dating right now. Let's send them the links to StreamYard.
How many kids? How old?
Mm-hmm. That's too funny, Goofy.
Call me Chris. Hey, man. Speed dating. You got a house, got a job, what you got? Let's go. Let's
maybe that'll be our Gnome Saiyan Presents Wednesday night. Wednesday night speed dating. Gnome Saiyan Presents. Let's go.
Speed dating. Get it in there. Get it in and out. Let's go.
Oh, that's so funny.
Find Goofy a new old lady. That's how they... Wacky Wednesdays.
Wacky Wednesdays. That's so funny.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Well, this is fun, Goofy.
It is, man. It's
really
a pleasure.
honestly wasn't sure that we were going to get, this much content and this much talking and this much entertainment and things like that. And it's cool, man. I'm really glad you came in to show up. We got a question from Pac-Man is back. Okay. He says, would you rather be a famous streamer but have all eyes on you or stay small but have a very loyal group of viewers? That's a good question, Pac.
Oh, 1,000%. I'd rather have the small viewers that are loyal that I can vibe with. 1,000%, my friend. Yep. That's I don't care about being famous. I don't care about getting the $1 million view or whatever it is. I'm the kind of guy, dude, chill, humble.
Right.
I'd rather have a community like this where you can be yourself around people instead of the fake bull crap make the million views. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know? I'd rather be myself instead of the fake person just to get the views, just to get that stuff. No, I'd rather be myself and cool and hang out with you guys and talk to you guys. Have people like Gnome or like friends where I can just chill, hang out, have a good laugh. Just that's me personally.
Yeah.
I don't care about the fame. The fame will come later on when you have the loyal group, when you have the cool people hanging out with you. The fame to me, I'm famous to you. I don't care if I'm famous to 100 million people. I'm famous to you. I'm your friend.
Goof Troop,
baby.
Man.
No,
yes, sir.
The Gnomies,
The Gnoman Empire.
Yes, sir.
Goof Troop unite, brother.
To me, that's what I like.
Shake and bake it till you make it.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, don't be saying that kind of stuff. To me, looking in your guys' eyes or something like that, you guys have stayed here and listened to us talk and babble for 2 hours now, and learn a little bit more about myself and know them a little bit. To me, that's where I'm at. I want you guys to know me, personal level, anything like that. I'm an open book. You got questions, ask them. I'll tell you the God honest truth. I have nothing to hide.
Right.
Not one bit at all. To me, that's what I strive. That's to me a true person. I don't want this fake publicity stuff. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that, or say or do something just to try to become famous. Not me. I'm gonna keep doing true, and if people like it, they like it, man.
Absolutely. That's a good way to be. The Goofy Gnome should be a name. Let's see. What does it say? The Goofy Gnome should be a name at least when you two are all tournaments together. The Goofy Gnomes. I like it, Pac.
I like it too, my friend. I like it too. So, hey,
Yeah,
I got to ask you a lovely question, though.
You got me a question for me? Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right.
What did my lovely friend, Asin, tell you or asked you, or what were you asking about me before this?
Oh, yeah, got you. I was just trying to get anything to like pop up a question that might be funny or catch you off guard or something. Nothing embarrassing. I didn't want to find any like dirt and like embarrassing.
No, I want to know.
But
dirt. I'm
no,
open.
actually,
I want to get dirt.
No, I'm gonna let you know. He got back to me last night. He says, I don't have a whole lot for you, man, to be honest, just what we talked about a little bit before, and I told you about that too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you guys this story also about Goofy, and it like dropped my jaw when Goofy's friend Assassin told me this. But I'm going to tell you first, Goofy, what he told me last night is that he says a little known tidbit that he might want to talk about is he went to high school at the same high school that Eminem went to high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so, I did. Eminem didn't finish, but I did.
There you go. You did better than Eminem at school, man. You kicked his ass at homework.
Yes, I did. I ate mom spaghetti too. No.
Yeah, he could free flow wrap you up and down 8 Mile, but
hey, do that all day long. I know my ABCs though. At the end of the day.
How many years apart are you? Were you ever in school at the same time?
Eminem's in like his 40s.
Yeah, okay,
so almost 50s.
Got you.
Correct. Yeah, no, I wasn't there. My sister actually went to high school a couple years before, same high school. He was there in the middle school. I think he went there freshman year, and I think he dropped out. From my understanding, it was pretty cool. The choir teacher that one of the teachers in middle school, she actually had an autograph, I think like an album or something by him, and it was made out to her. And he said his favorite teacher because apparently she did a lot of things to help strive through his shit. So to me, that was pretty cool that I got to saw that. But other than that, like it was just normal, normal old high school, normal old crap.
Yep. Yeah, I figured as much, and I was like, it's just a neat piece of information. Who else came through this area? Alice Cooper, I think, was through this area. I don't know. There's
Alice Cooper, and you got also
you got Ted Nugent from over west side of the state.
Ted Nugent, dude.
Yeah.
Ted Nugent. Bear, and he strives for Michigan. Period. He's really big into hunting and fishing, just like I am, and he's almost at every single one of their if they have anything at any kind of courthouse or anything like that, he's always there and he's always fighting for it. So,
right.
Ted Nugent. I strive for him. I mean, I think you might have a little bit better beard than him, but yeah, he's You got that lovely white stripe, baby.
My birthday was 2 days ago, and my brother got me a beard grooming kit. So this is a nice oiled and trimmed beard. I did it up nice for you guys today.
Happy belated birthday, my friend. I did not know that.
I appreciate you. No worries. We got another question from Pac-Man.
Okay.
He says, "Oh, if Rocket League shuts down tomorrow, what will both of you play?"
Okay.
Rocket League 2.
Probably nothing.
It's gonna shut down because they've got Rocket League on Unreal 5. It's gonna be the second Rocket League, and that's what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna I don't know. Sea of Thieves. I'm gonna play that.
Actually, let me see. Let me bring down this. What do we have? Ooh. I would probably have to say either Tarkov or Fortnite. I've been kind of getting back into Fortnite with the boys, since they did the non-building stuff. Because I can't build this shit. I used to build houses for a living. I can't build in Fortnite, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing I cannot do, my friend.
Yeah, I've never really played Fortnite, so I'm not too familiar with it as far as gameplay. I've watched a little bit on there.
Yeah, it's a battle royale. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. The little bit I heard about you, Goofy, that Assassin told me, and I think I told you, but I'd like to share it with everybody else. And this is a little piece of information about Goofy that was just fucking awesome, guys. I asked Assassin. I said, "Hey, I know you know Goofy pretty well. And he says, yeah, of course I know him well. I live across the street. I've known him since, the third grade. He says he was the sixth grader in the back of the bus that let the third grader have a seat with him in the back of the bus. I was like, wow, dude, that's fucking stand-up guy. That's Goofy right there.
Yep.
So that's was the story he gave me. That was my favorite story that he gave me that I wanted to share with you guys, but you already knew that one.
Yep. That's it. Hey, man, he's my best friend. I like good people around me. That's why I'm here with you. You're good people. That's my brother. That's my brother from another mother. We're not blood, but we're kin, man. That's my brother. Like I said, we go out every Saturday or Sunday to go out to breakfast every week.
Dude, that's great. I mean? Yep.
I was this man at his wedding. It's something that the stories of, that's my best friend, man. That's my number one. He's
if audio's cracking up a lot on you over there, brother.
I apologize.
Yeah, it's cracking up. I'm like cutting out a whole bunch. I don't know if it's my end or your end.
Okay. Is it good now?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
But I would say, if I ever do get married, he is going to be my best man.
There you go.
He's not going to be my best man. He's my brother. He's the guy that I call to when the problems and want my beer and my bread. No,
right.
He's good people too, man. He'll do anything if I can.
Yeah, I know the camera's been freezing as well, Pac-Man, and it's getting a little bit worse, and the audio is getting a little worse too. We might have to sort that out at another time. Pac-Man says that he didn't know you played Fortnite. Maybe we can get some games in one day.
Anytime you want, Pac-Man. Anytime you want, my friend.
There you go. Holler at him, brother.
You got me on Discord. Anytime that you're ready to play any game that you want, man, I'll download whatever.
There you go. So pop into his Discord, hit him up in there, see if you can catch Goofy for some game action. I wanted to see, I don't know if the audio is going to cut out or not, but you were telling me before that you used to go, that you do go fishing and hear the stories from the old timers up at the end of the dock.
Yes.
And we've got about 4 minutes, and I wanted to see if you could tell me the best story that you know of in 4 minutes here.
Oh, man. Best fishing story, best hunting story, whatever.
Best story of the old men, whatever it is, fishing, hunting, just you got to say either the slap my knee, the whatever, the best story these old guys told you.
I would have to say, where is it? Is it working right or no, man? I'm coming in fine. Are you there?
Yeah, I popped myself out of the stream, so we were focused on you for the story.
All right. So I would have to say my story with fishing, hunting, whatever, that old man would have to be from my father. And it would have to be him and my Uncle John, which is a mountain man of mountain mans. I would have to say it was when they were fishing together and the game warden came over. That's DNR came over. And what happened is my father was there fishing, and so was my Uncle John. And my dad had a fishing license, but my Uncle John did not. So what happened is the DNR came, and my father ran from the DNR, which is no, right? As soon as he saw the DNR, he didn't really run. They didn't call him. He just started walking because he saw DNR. So DNR chased after him, walked by my Uncle John. So what my Uncle John did is took all the fish, walked up to the truck, grabbed the cooler. My dad's walking. DNR stops him and says, I need to see your fishing license. Why the hell did you leave? And he was like, I was over to this fishing spot over here. Lo and behold, Dad had a fishing license, saved my uncle for probably a couple $100 from the DNR. So to me, that was probably one of the funniest stories because he pretty much ran from Johnny Law and got away with it.
Oh, that is wild. And those DNR, man, they're ruthless. Like, they'll take your truck in, they'll take your boat in, they'll take all your stuff in, they'll take it. They'll just take
anything.
It. You got to get it out of impound, you got to pay for it or whatever. It's until they figure it out. Yeah.
Yes, my first time ever hunting. I bought the wrong ammo, but I didn't buy the wrong ammo. I had the right ammo, but I had what do you want to call it? Because you're supposed to use steel shot.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't use lead because lead pollutes the water, and you're
Right.
shooting ducks over water. So
Right.
you have to use steel shot. Well, the day before, I was small game hunting with my friends.
Okay.
So I had steel shot in my hunting. I wasn't using it. NR gave me a ticket for that, and he told my buddy that drove us all up there. He said, technically, I could take your truck if I wanted to. He was just trying to scare the young kids.
Yep.
That's what it really was.
Yeah.
DNR, they have more authority than the police, and they can take whatever they want. I looked at the DNR guy, and I was like, listen, bro, you can take his truck. Don't take my gun. This is my first gun I ever bought. Like, I know this has sentimental value. Like,
right, take his truck. Fuck that. I want the gun.
Yeah, I mean, my $300 gun against his, probably $15,000 truck. They take his truck. I want my gun.
Right. That's hilarious. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing the story, Goofy. Thank you so much for hanging out with Gnome Saiyan Presents. To answer your question, Pac-Man plans for the future, we've got Derek Hughes next Saturday at 1 p.m. for Gnome Saiyan Presents. After that, we don't have a lineup just yet. There's a few people we might be getting in for the podcast. I suspect after that one, we're going to try to tie Goofy in and lock in a time. Okay. So look for some more updates, and we'll probably get Goofy in as a co-host in the next couple of weeks. And we'll be looking to get a schedule on the calendar, the calendar and everything updated on the website. So look for a lot of changes at www.gnomesaiyanpresents.com. If you guys have if you want to apply to be a guest on Gnome Saiyan Presents, you can go there as well. So go to www.gnomesaiyanpresents.com. There's an apply section on there. Granted, the website is under construction, but we will be getting an about section. We will be getting a merch section. We will be getting the calendar, the application, and different things like that. So look for big changes on the website soon. And the podcast was awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Goofy. I look forward to having you host with us. And
appreciate
thank you guys so much all for being here. And
I appreciate you having me as your first host, and pretty soon being your co-host.
Hey, no
first
problem,
person here. I do appreciate it, man. It was I felt very happy, and I felt very very loved when you asked me to be your first person out here, man. I do appreciate it.
Well, I'm honored to have you here, Goofy, and there's a reason I picked you for the first person, and I know it, man. It was a great conversation with you, and I had a lot of fun. There's a few laughs and some good content, dude, and I look forward to hanging out with you in the future. So all you guys out there, I appreciate you guys all being here. We're going to get a closeout, and we will see you next Saturday for Gnome Saiyan Presents. Gnome Saiyan, let's get this outro rolling. I'm gonna bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yep.
Wicca, 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 wicca. Wicca.